well that freedom is really ingrained in your soul, that you have, it's almost like a spiritual connection, or there's some kind of almost like a biological drawing to the ideas of freedom. Do you think that there is something innate in certain people that draws them to the ideas of freedom? Or do you think it's more environmental, where people are drawn to the ideas of living a free life?
Wow, what a question. Very good question. It might be both, okay? And I say both because, first of all, definitely environmental is absolutely imperative. The environment has a lot to do with how we perceive freedom, how, we look at it, and if we even take the time to think about it. I grew up in a totalitarian system. So I grew up in a system where there was no freedom whatsoever. The government controlled everything. They controlled the people, they controlled the economy. We didn't have much freedom. We didn't have freedom to travel. We didn't have freedom to express ourselves. We didn't have options. We didn't have other choices. We were taught, at least they were trying to make us, think certain ways, that the government is there to protect us and to save us. And so therefore, obviously it is environmental, but I have to say that we, I grew up in a city that was very close to the border with formerly known Yugoslavia, and through Yugoslavia, through Hungary, even though Hungary at that time was still communist, but it was less communist, less authoritarian than Romania and the rest of the other Eastern countries. There was a spread of ideas. Underground ideas were coming our way. So with my city being located so close to the border, obviously the ideas and of course the black market was the first to be stationed in that area. So in my city. Secondly, I was a swimmer. And up until I escaped Romania, I traveled in a lot of countries. And the way that I grew up, I was forced to, and I wasn't the only one, I was forced to mature very early. So I was not really thinking like a typical teenager. I was thinking much more maturely. And then I established connection with friends from what it used to be Western Germany. I established connection with friends from Greece. All these countries used to be free, from the Western world. And traveling over there and talking to these friends, I saw a difference between their lives and our lives. I saw their freedoms. I noticed their freedoms. I noticed my freedom, which I didn't have much. So as a result of that, I really think that definitely environmental is number one. Is it something innate? Maybe so too. I think that people are different, and I cannot say that all Romanians, even all Romanians who might have escaped Romania at the same time or during that time when I escaped, would feel the same way about freedom that I do. Even though I got quite a few people from Romania who wrote to me on my blog, and they send me emails and they say, "Oh, Carmen, I couldn't agree with you more. We love freedom," and so on and so forth. But I cannot speak for everybody.